everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by the Freedom Eagle. Political news and commentary with a conservative lean.
And now to a damning report from New York's Attorney General.
It says the Cuomo administration has grossly undercounted the number of COVID deaths in nursing homes. CBS 2's Ali Bauman reports.
I love my mom. I miss her every single day. My life has been impacted in a way that will never be the same without her.
Last March, Vivian Zayez's mother began feeling sick in her West Islip nursing home. When she couldn't breathe, the nursing home moved her to a nearby hospital where she tested positive for COVID and 2 days later died.
The death certificate does not have any entry of where she was transferred from. So I thought she would be one of those that would be lost in this count.
Thursday, State Attorney General Letitia James released a preliminary report finding New York's official nursing home death toll may be undercounted by approximately 50% because the state did not include nursing home residents who died off-site, such as in hospitals.
The circus tent in New York State continues to do business as Governor Andrew Cuomo continues to wear his clown shoes. On Friday, January 29th, Cuomo had a press conference where he spoke about the virus-related nursing home deaths that have taken place on his watch. In grand political fashion, Cuomo ran himself straight into the ground. He spoke for several minutes and didn't say a thing. Typical politician. At least nothing regarding personal accountability, that is, although I'm sure his feet are sore from kicking the can. See, if we speak with a soft tone and take a dramatic pause between words, folks will think we're serious, caring, and responsible people. That's Andrew Cuomo's shtick. In this clip that I'll play momentarily from the aforementioned press conference, Cuomo predictably takes no responsibility whatsoever for anything and even pulled the "what difference does it make" card from the Hillary Clinton playbook. In short, Cuomo says the deaths and the many deaths in the nursing home and just there was death and there was death, and folks were going to die regardless because death. So it can't be his fault. How in the world could it be his fault? Because, it's God's fault. And we'll get to that momentarily. This is all God's fault. It's not his in any shape or form. And oh yeah, the virus has been used as a political football, Cuomo claims. That's yet another beauty line that you'll hear from this disgraced governor. I mean, Cuomo wouldn't dare use the pandemic for political gain for himself. No way, how he wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare write a book about his big victory while neck deep in the sickness. No, he'd never do that. He'd never go on CNN and yuck it up with his brother. That would never happen. Funny how he'll take responsibility for his faux accomplishments, but he'll take no responsibility for anything negative and anything that is real. Get the Pepto ready. Your stomach will need it for this clip.
Good afternoon, Governor. Your staff is often unapologetically aggressive when it comes to defending your policies, particularly on social media. But in this case, many of the people who disagree with how this whole situation was handled with the nursing homes have a very personal connection to it. They've lost someone in the pandemic tied to a nursing home. So the policy aside, who was right, who was wrong, just as a father, as a son, what would your message be to those families today?
What I would say is everyone did the best they could. When I say the State Department of Health, as the report said, the State Department of Health followed federal guidance. So if you think there was a mistake, then go talk to the federal government. It's not about pointing fingers or blame. It's that this became a political football, right? Look, whether a person died in a hospital or died in a nursing home, it's the people died. People died. I was in a hospital, I got transferred to a nursing home, and my father died. My father was in a nursing home, got transferred to a hospital, and my father died. People died. By the way, the same people are dying today. 96% of the people who die are older people with comorbidities, which happens to be the population that lives in nursing homes. It's continuing today, even with all the testing that we're doing. If you look at New York State, we have a lower percentage of deaths in nursing homes than other states. A third of all deaths in this nation are from nursing homes. New York State, we're only about 28% only, but we're below the national average in number of deaths in nursing homes. But who cares? 33, 28, died in a hospital, died in a nursing home. They died. And I dealt with the loss of my father. The pain is so incredible and inexplicable, and why, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. And I understand maybe the instinct to blame or to find some relief for the pain that you're feeling. But it is a tragedy, and it's a tragedy that continues today. I believe everybody did the best they could. I believe the federal government, CDC, I believe they gave the best guidance they could. I believe they give the best guidance they can today. I believe the State Department of Health, they gave their best guidance and made the best decisions on the facts they had. But it doesn't mean people didn't die, and it doesn't mean people won't die today, and people won't die tomorrow. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to get up here tomorrow or Monday and read a death number on that screen and think about the 100 people who died and then the hundreds of family members who were home crying that day. And that's going to continue. That is the curse of COVID. Can you protect old people with comorbidities from COVID? Totally? No. No. If we could, it would be over. If it wasn't over last year, it would have been over by now, right? It's still not over. So I understand the pain. I understand the search for answers. But it was a tragedy. And I feel the anguish and I feel the pain. And I get the anger. My father died. I wish I had someone to blame. It would have made me feel better, maybe. But they're in my thoughts and prayers. I believe, why COVID? Why did God do this? I don't know. I don't know. But it was cruel and it was terrible, and it still is. Luckily, I'm blessed with faith, and that helped me at times of pain. But my heart goes out to each and every one, and I feel it personally. And everybody should know it's not because, and when I do the death numbers on Monday, it's not because everyone didn't do everything they could to prevent it.
What Andrew Cuomo needs to ask is why God continues to allow him to be such an arrogant and condescending mess. He's a winner in the Pompous Arse Olympics if he's nothing at all. Just the other day, he ranted about how government caused all the problems and how bad government decisions have led to deaths. But when it comes to his own personal leadership, he sings a very different song. When he's in charge, he shifts to, well, folks died. It is a virus after all. Not much we could do. No reason to point fingers at me. we all just need to pause and ask God why it happened. Nah. I think we need to ask God why Andrew Cuomo is the governor of New York. That's the better question. I mean, good grief. Just imagine if this had been a Republican. Dude runs COVID relief measures straight off a cliff, writes a book in the midst of all of it talking about how awesome he is, all the while folks continue to die left and right. The guy won an Emmy for his daily press briefings. If Cuomo had an R next to his name, he would have already been removed from office. There is no doubt in my mind. At any rate, let me turn it all over to you, the viewers. What did you think of Cuomo's latest press conference? What are your thoughts concerning his mishandling of patients in the nursing homes? What are your thoughts about his blatant arrogance? He's certainly quite the character and not one anyone should hang around very long. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated. Thank you so very much. And until we meet again, we will talk to you later.